seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
What's up, you sociopaths? What is up? Thank you for checking out the stream. I'm Brian Pulido, proud publisher of Coffin Comics, and this is Mission Control, where we meet up about once a week during a Coffin launch campaign, a crowdfunding campaign, talk about what's going on, shall we? So yeah, we're here promoting Lady Death Primordial Havoc. To put it in comic book terms, Lady Death is in a prehistoric realm, simply trying to survive all the things that are coming at her. There's more to it, but that's what's up. Check it out. Beautiful artwork by Diego Bernard. Beautiful poster by Dawn McTague. This comic is co-written by myself and Mike McLean, illustrated by Diego Bernard, and I got the proof. Here's the illustration. And colored by Giuliano Paratelli. Lettered by Marshall Dillon. These are some of the pages. Feast your eyes on them. Thank you for checking in. Puckett, Peter, Major, Joel, Moshpit, Matt, St. Mark, and others. Yeah, check these out, everybody. Some cool pages by the team. And that's just a hint of what's to come. This is a 48-page square-bound graphic novel, and we are offering it for sale right now for $26. But look, before I get too far ahead, let's talk about some basics. First of all, I want to thank everybody for making this the most initially successful Coffin launch so far. The funds raised in the first 24 hours have far exceeded any other Coffin launch, and that's because of you guys and gals out there. Now, you might see, here we're going to get a focus on it. Check it out. It doesn't want to focus. I'm going to go back here. Uh-oh, we lost focus. We're getting into focus. But want to acknowledge everybody for getting on board. We have some sort of weird defocusing thing. I don't know if it's on automatic or not, but here it is, really focused here. So check this out. This is part of the 2026 loyalty program. And what we're saying is if you back each of our 2026 campaigns for $26 US dollars or more, at the end of the year, after backing all 6 campaigns, we're going to send you a Super Backer Challenge coin. This will be the ultimate bragging rights. It'll be really, really cool. I know we're here. I'm in focus. Now I'm not in focus. Now I'm in focus. Let me check it out. Okay. All right. I'm in focus. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for responding to the loyalty program and really, really appreciate it. A couple of things I want to talk about. I'm going to do it in close-up. First up, we have 1,912 backers to date on the campaign, which is, what is it? Okay, it's 7 days old. Once we reach 2,000, we are going to have our goal. Now we just lost picture. Picture's back, but picture's looking at a whole nother thing. How is that even possible? Okay, that's crazy. If we're still live, I'm going to keep talking. But yeah, I mean, we're live, but I don't know what the camera's seeing. Who knows? All right. Our technology is like going crazy on us. It's going primordial on us. Anyway, what I wanted to say is we have 1,912 backers. And once we reach 2,000, that's our stated objective. However, if you guys and gals can get with me on this, what we'd love to do is go beyond 2,000 backers. And if you help me get to the beyond number, what I promise to do in return is to give something super duper cool. So that cool thing will be announced once we reach 2,000 backers. And look, it's your boy, so I'm going to promise you what I will offer you once we pass 2,000 for free will be good. And then at that point, I'm going to ask you to share our campaign. Heck, share our campaign now with other people. So let's take a moment, shall we, and look at some of the possible items for you to consider on this campaign. So come on around here. First thing for your consideration would be our official Zippo featuring artwork by Mike T. Balfo. Check that out. All right, Mosh Pit Matt saying the commentary is top notch. Hey man, nothing can ruffle my feathers. Next up, another item for your consideration, this beautiful Greg Land license plate. I love it. Now on our campaigns, we're starting to offer patch sets individually, or patches individually. So we got the nice coffin shaped patch, a circular patch. We're also offering official campaign stickers. And that's pretty cool. Now I'm going to show you an addition or two. Well, heck, let's just look over here. Holy mackerel. So we do have a blind bag this time around. This is what our blind bag looks like. And I got some feedback on the blind bags, like, what happened to mystery envelope? Nothing happened to the mystery envelope. We're just doing a blind bag. And then I got some criticism about a bag saying, oh, this is like some crappy bag. It's like, no, it's not. This is Coffin Comics. These bags will actually have their own little resealable enclosure, and we can actually pre-quality check the item that we're putting in and seal the bag. So this, that is a superior quality control. We will not have the issues that Ultimate X-Men had, for example, or the Ultimates with all those horrible spine ticks. We have a bag, we have the individual edition, we are going to physically put it in, and we're going to inspect it before it goes in. So I actually think our blind bag is a pretty good proposition. All right, next up, I'd like you to consider, let's see here. Come on in closer if you can. Here's an addition to consider. We did this tribute to Dave Stevens, and it's based off of his gorgeous Sheena, Queen of the Jungle in 3D. This is by fantastic Stephen Butler. And here's a reasonable facsimile of the main edition. We call this the Premier Edition. Super cool silver logo, be 48 pages, square bound. And let's say you're watching this stream and you don't know anything about Lady Death or Coffin Comics. I'm here to let you know that the Lady Death's journey and story, she's been in print for over 3 decades, and she is a supernatural battle maiden who fights evil. In her current storyline, she is sort of quantum leaping or hop, skipping, and jumping to all these different realms against her will, I might add. And in this story, she lands in a prehistoric realm. So that's what the story is about, and you saw some of the pages. Now, let's say you were to get this particular, excuse me, 1 minute. I'll be right back. We really have it together today. Let's say you were just to back this particular item on our campaign and you just go to CoffinLaunch.com. This would be $26. And you might be saying, hey, that's not cheap for a comic. But it also includes shipping and handling to US locations. It also includes a free digital download that we put a value of $8 on. And it also includes all free, unlocked, free swag items. And we've unlocked a bunch so far. Things like bookmarks. The new cool thing for this year is a little complete miniature calendar. So other cool stuff. So it's for your consideration. And if you're watching the stream and you don't know much about Coffin Comics and you do want to know more, could this be interesting to me? Go to CoffinComics.com. We actually talk about our books. We have a reading guide, give you a little like basic entry-level idea of what we do and what we're about. So that's cool. Let's see here. I would like to also bring to your attention some of the items of the blind bag with a particular focus on the casket editions. This year with the casket editions, we are doing this cool red background. And the caskets, limited to 25 each, feature art by Dawn McTague, Mike DiBalfo, Monty Moore, and Stephen Butler. So that's a cool series. Now, it was also really cool to have an old friend of mine, a fellow professional, a guy who inspired me to get in the game, Joseph Michael Linsner, to come on board and do an edition. So here's Joseph's work, JML's work. We think this is absolutely fantastic. Joseph over there saying quantum swarning. It's true. Glenn is asking how much are the blind bags. The blind bags are $50, and every edition in our blind bags are limited to 50 or less. But consider that you could receive one of these beautiful holofoil editions limited to 35 copies apiece by Dawn McTague, Sun K, Mike Chrome, and Tony Daniel. That's pretty cool. Let's see, that's a decent value. Now, while we're talking about stuff, I'll tell you, I want to kind of wrap up our stream here. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Let's see, I must admit, I did reach for my phone when I heard that. Okay, I understand. Didn't we all? And Let's see here. Clint Hobby, best episode ever. Yeah, it's definitely the colorful episode. Tomorrow, we begin a program where we are offering items from SwornFest to the general public. And we call this SwornFest 2026 Artist Spotlight. And the first folks we're spotlighting are the editions by Dawn McTague. This is the first chance for people to kind of get a try at these, and Sapphire Nova. Additionally, one of the merchandise items that we offered at SwornFest were our first ever Chase coins. These coins, the main edition is limited to 200, and all the beautiful color variants are limited to 100 apiece. These will be available tomorrow at on CoffinComicShop.com, and first available to Sworn Club members at 9 o'clock Arizona time, which even at this moment is Mountain Daylight time, until everyone else on Earth changes time, and we don't over the weekend. Everybody else changes, we don't. So what I would like to do is sort of wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for checking in on launch here, and help us get to 2,000. Please share our campaign. Tell one person in your life who might like something like Coffin Comics, about Coffin Comics and about this campaign. Maybe you know someone who is a Lady Death fan and they're lapsed or they've gone into another part of their life. Invite them back in, because if we can get past 2,000, I have a very special item that I would like to introduce when we then introduce a new higher backer goal. All right? So you guys have been great. I want to thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm going to holler at you later.